digress. So, Sean, what are we doing today?
So yeah,
Speech on.
there is VoiceOver on iPhone here, and we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook, but also not just how to use Facebook, because that actually is pretty easy. But I'm on the. I just pulled up the app, and I logged out of my account, and I'm at the prompt here. So
What's your name? Heading.
that's luckily a question I don't ask myself very often. But so we start off here with a form, and there's all the common questions of what's your first name, and I'm gonna go through here and fill this in. Just a common form to fill out. Let's see here. So yeah, it asks for your name. Go to next. It's got what's your birthday, so you enter all that information in. Male, female. So basically, creating an account on Facebook is pretty easy. Once you get done with it, I'm not going to go through the whole form, but I did want to kind of.
June 11th, 2020.
So there's the, of course, the year.
June 11th, June. Selected. Picker item.
And
Adjustable. 6 of 12.
so if you're using VoiceOver, you're on a picker item. It's just simple flick up or down to change the value.
May. April. March. February. Selected.
So when's your birthday, Kevin? Was that August?
Yeah, August.
July. August.
1931.
Selected. 11. Select 2020. Selected.
Gosh,
Picker item.
I don't know
Adjustable.
I don't know if I could flick that far to go down to 1931.
Your finger might get tired.
Hey, Liz asked if you're going to share the screen.
1999. Selected.
What was that?
Are you going to share your screen?
I'm going to once I get to on the computer.
Okay.
1999.
That's good. You can stop right there.
1999.
That's good.
Selected. August. Selected. Speech off.
Tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999.
Sean, off
What's
topic
your
here.
gender? So male.
Mhm.
And I'll see what the next screen here is. What's your mobile phone? So I obviously can't go too much further into the form here because I already have an account and it's already got my phone number. So let me quickly. I'm gonna mute real quick just so I can log in, and we'll kind of go through what using Facebook on the phone's like.
Liz, I believe you follow us on Facebook, right?
Yes, I do, and you can create multiple accounts. I have currently 3. Just ignore putting in your phone number, and you can keep going. You have to put in an email address, but you do not have to put your phone number in, and I don't, because people can call you through Facebook. So I took my phone number out of all my accounts.
Nice.
But yeah, you can have as many Facebook accounts as you want. You just have to come up with a different email for each. That's all.
Right. Yeah, I thought I saw your name. I obviously monitor on
follow.
Facebook as well. I thought I saw your name pop up a couple of times.
Yep.
Hey, that's good to
yeah.
know. That's good to know. You can have multiple accounts using on the same phone number.
Not on the same phone number, on different email addresses.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Should I be teaching this?
That's all right.
It's
Sorry.
on Friday. We've had a long week.
Yeah.
I know. And I have my glass of wine, so I'm fine.
Does that make the experience with Sean and I a little more
Elizabeth Campbell
easier to
and
tolerate?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Good,
can't
good.
lie.
Say yes to that. Oh my gosh.
With camera.
So I'm in Facebook. Of course, I'm using VoiceOver. I just talk a little bit what the screen looks like here.
Facebook. Heading.
At the very top of the screen, the heading says Facebook. If you flick right through the screen, you have your
Search. Messenger.
search,
Button.
messenger,
Profile picture.
profile,
Create post. Button.
create post. Why do I do that?
Photo video. Speech off.
So I'm in the create post uh, screen here, and got a couple of things here. I can tag friends. I can pick like a GIF, like a little picture to add to it, and a lot of those are actually will be actually read on VoiceOver. It does describe what a lot of those little pictures look like. That's fairly new. It's kind of neat. So I went to the next thing. It's your feeling. How are you feeling? So we'll select one here. Let's see what we got. So I got happy, blessed, loved, sad, lovely, thankful. There's a whole bunch of these. Just adds a little flair to your post. So I picked thankful. And I'm going to go down here and pick what's on your mind. So just in case you're curious, I am using a braille display here to navigate these fields. We'll use a combination of VoiceOver so you can hear some of this and then also just describing what I'm doing. So I will write, I am live on a light house Zoom. And then I'll just go over here to post. And there it is. Posted on Facebook.
Speech on.
And now if I go through this screen,
Live video. Button.
after create post, I have live video, so I could do a Facebook Live.
Photo. Button.
I will say, using a braille display with Facebook is really handy, especially if you do a Facebook Live, because then you can turn speech off and read the comments and do all that stuff. It's probably one of my biggest annoyances is when people do Facebook Lives and you hear their voiceover talking the whole time, but hey, it's just me.
It's a little
Check
distracting,
in.
sure.
Button.
Yeah.
So,
We got photo, we got check in to a place that you're at.
Stories tray. Create a story. Sean Keen is feeling thankful. Just now. Public. More. I am live on a lighthouse Zoom. React. Two-finger double tap to interact with this post. Speech off.
So, a couple things there. I read what I posted, and then it said two-finger double tap to interact with this post. There is also another action screen here. So if you're using VoiceOver, you can of course flick down and you get a couple of choices here. So if I flick down once, I have like. I can like the post. I can also flick down a second time and go to react. React gives you like where you can like, love. I believe a couple of other tags are sad, care, wow, and laugh or something, haha. I can comment, so if I was to click on the, or double tap on the, after it says comment, I can go in and actually post a comment. I can share a post. I can share my own post. And then there's more, which actually gets you into a couple of things. You can save a post, you can edit the post. So say if you post something and you go back and read it and realize you made a typo, you can go back and flick down to more, double tap, go to edit post, double tap there. You're able to edit what you wrote. Edit privacy, that just controls if it's public or just your friends. If it's public, it basically means everybody in and on and off Facebook can see it unless you have them blocked. If it's friends, that just means that you and people you're friends with can see the post. On this post, I have an option to delete it, so I could remove it, and I can turn off or on notifications for a post. That just means you get notified when people comment or like or anything like that. Have any questions so far? You have any comments, Kevon?
Yeah, well, I know you're using a braille display, and sometimes I do that as well. But often at the times I'm using VoiceOver, and when I go into if I post on Facebook, which isn't that often, but when I have in the past, sometimes I'll use the dictation feature when I'm in the text box. I find that to be kind of a quick way to get something, written and posted. However, it's not always guaranteed to be accurate, but I find that to be a helpful gesture.
Yeah, so, right. So, of course, back when I posted that and I was in the edit field, I could have done a two-finger double tap to activate the dictation. I could have dictated the post. So you got a couple of ways you can do it. You can dictate it. If you're using Braille, you could Braille it. If you were had the on-screen keyboard up there, you could type it in there as well.
Just one quick FYI, if you're one who likes to dictate with VoiceOver using that two-finger double tap, if it doesn't input something into the text box where it's not what you intended, you can get a do-over. If you take your phone, I haven't done this in a while, Sean, so maybe this has changed, but I think if you take the phone and you shake it, it'll give you an option to undo
Yeah,
the dictation.
that's correct. You do. That is turned on by default, and that also works for anyone, not just VoiceOver users. So if you dictate something and it doesn't come out quite right, you can shake your phone and it pops up with a button that says undo, and then you can
Yes.
undo what you dictated and then redo it.
And that's even true of text boxes and other apps like Messages or Mail.
Yes, yes. So the rest of the screen here is just all of your friends' comments, posts, shares, pictures of all their cats, and ridiculous recipes and everything else that people feel the need to share on Facebook. At the very bottom of the screen, you got a couple of tags here in the dock. So both on the iPad and on the iPhone, at the bottom, usually the very bottom line of the screen, what's called the dock. And so here on Facebook, we have Newsfeed, Marketplace. I believe that's where people can buy and sell items. Your profile, which gets you to your profile, where you can change your profile picture and add details to your page, your personal page. Pages, which lets you see, is the next tab that lets you see if you manage a page on Facebook, you can see your pages. You can also see pages that you like, maybe like a actor or actress, restaurants. I mean, there's all kinds of fan pages for comedians, musicians on Facebook. And then we have notifications. That's after pages, and that just gets you to the screen where you can see, or maybe someone's liked a post you've put up there. You also get friend suggestions, things like that. Very bottom right corner is the last item in the docs, the Facebook menu, and that kind of gets you to like settings and other things you can find on Facebook, because there's all kinds of other categories like games and videos and things like that. Now, I will say that it appears sometimes that this dock varies by the kind of phone you have. So sometimes if you have an older phone, a smaller phone, you may have different items than what I listed in here. So that's kind of in kind of a generic little description of what the Facebook app is like. It's really quite easy to use. Um, not, I mean, even with voiceover or Braille, it's really quite easy. Do we have any questions? Okay, moving right along.
Hey, Kevin, when you speak, remember to kind of lean in.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. So let me go over here.
Full speed. Video set. Security. Closed. Open. Share screen button. Select. Advanced tab checked. Basic tab. Sharing list box. Click arrow. Screen. Whiteboard. Screen. Share your entire screen. You have started screen share. Desktop. Z.
And we're going to go over here to
Task switching. Facebook personal Microsoft.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Hopefully none of my friends are going to act like a fool and post something ridiculous.
So you've all been warned.
So there's two ways to get to Facebook on a desktop computer. And really either one of them works quite well. So back in the day when Facebook was new, it used to be common that people who were blind and were using screen readers would go to m.facebook.com to the mobile side of Facebook.
Yes.
And what that is it's just, so back before, even in the early stages of the iPhone, they would make pages that were less cluttered for mobile browsers like Safari and things like that. And it's still around. You can still go to m.facebook.com and get to the mobile side. I use it, and that's what I have up right now. Makes it quite, one of the nice things about using it with JAWS is each post is a heading. So if I hit the letter H,
Facebook heading level 1.
the first heading is, of course, Facebook, and then I have
Stories heading level 2. Christy Durham heading level 3 link. Choice Hotels heading level 3 link. Chisenitals.com heading level 4. Book direct for 20%. Link Shelley Smith is with link Ryan Ontachet link Cleburne Ford. Juanita Wallace Kelly heading level 3 link.
So each time I hit H, it takes me to a different person's posting, and then I can, of course, down arrow through their posting and read it. So makes it really easy to move around. The JAWS quick navigation keys, of course, H for heading. If I wanted to like a post, I could move to the heading for that post and then hit B.
Number button menu. Like Love Layla and Lacau.
And then I could like it.
Like toggle button.
So I got like.
Number button like Dana Bailey and 3. Not like toggle.
So I'll go ahead and like this post.
Facebook.
I pressed space bar and it liked it. So this is the mobile page of Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and go to the regular Facebook page, which most people are probably most familiar with.
Face. HTTPS select.
And
Facebook. Page has 7 regions. 11 edit. Facebook.
I'll tell you what's pretty neat about this is Facebook has an accessibility team, group of people that really keep things up to date nowadays, make it a lot more speech friendly. And
Dallas TX plus 146957.
oops,
Ignore button.
was getting a phone call there.
Banner.
But
Facebook link. Search Facebook edit combo.
so as I tab through the page, I get to different elements.
Facebook navigation region. Home current page link. Link pages. Link watch. 9 link marketplace. Link groups.
So we talked about like marketplace earlier. That's where you can buy and sell items. Groups is another really neat place on Facebook. It is where you can find kind of like user groups or special interest groups. So there is a lot of special interest groups out there for blind folks. There is the iPhone accessibility group. Uh, People use iPhones either with vision or without. I should say low vision. Um, there are some guide dog related groups out there. I found a blindness rehabilitation group that I joined the other day. Um, Assistive technology, cats. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
That's mine, you know.
That's
you know,
Kevin's group there.
That's my forte.
It's all
Yes.
kinds of stuff you can find out there.
List and Facebook.
Um,
Facebook menu and shortcut
I
section.
have
Home
joined
edit.
a few of the
Stories
groups,
edit.
such as there's one called the Retinitis Pigmentosa Support Group on Facebook, and I want to say there's been a handful of others, but it's a great resourcing tool. When
Yeah,
you
it's a good way to find, you know,
Link add to your
find help when you need it. Maybe you're having problems doing something on your mobile device or iPad. You can get on there and ask questions, and usually somebody's got an answer for you. Before we started today, I was talking about how, you know, before Facebook, it used to be that there were email lists out there that there were a lot of blindness-related email lists out there that people would join. There was, I think, the early days, there was the JAWS users list, email list. And gosh, there could be 300 or 400 emails a day,
yes,
and you had to weed through all that to find something, or you just hit Control A to select all and hit delete and delete them all.
yeah, I used to have my inbox filled up.
Mainly
with,
what I used to do on those lists.
remember the top tech tidbits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a helpful one. Probably still around.
It is. I still get those emails. In fact, I got one this morning. It's called Flying Blind. I don't know what their website is, but I'm sure Rebecca could find it. I think I've sent that to her before. You might put that in the recap this week. Flying Blind.
Yeah, I saw a post about it the other day. I'll have to find it and add it.
They come out every Thursday, and there's usually like 10 or 12 items of interest, just all kinds of things about tutorials that are out there. So, one thing I've noticed about the Facebook.com website that's quite neat is if you're on there and someone sends you a message or someone likes your post, it's automatically read. So you don't even have to look for it. You can be sitting here like we are. Hopefully nobody sends me a message. That might be a little embarrassing.
Link Katie Hook, link Tanya Renee Parson. Create a post edit.
So yeah, that's kind of a little summary of how these things work. Pretty easy.
So, Sean, what about when you have photos or
Share
memes
with-
on
Place
Facebook?
with roll. Share with one.
Something that you've
Wrap it to top.
Yeah,
worked with before?
I do. I'm trying to think of one offhand. I know exactly the thing to do here. Let's give an example here. I'm gonna close Facebook, but
Desktop. Zoom 7 of Zoom.jp.
so JAWS has a feature called Picture Smart, and you can do this on Facebook as well. I wasn't gonna go through and try to find a picture to use, but you can basically have JAWS describe a picture to you. And what it's really handy for is sometimes, so Facebook added a feature last 6 months or so where a lot of these memes, like people post a picture, it's got text in it. Well, a lot of those Facebook will automatically read to you if you're either if you're on your phone or you're on a computer. It's got the text right there, runs OCR on it, and it'll read it to you. It's really cool. If it doesn't, though, you can do this thing called Picture Smart.
Context.
Now, let's see
Create a new-
here.
Edit with. Set as to edit. E. Print. E. Convenient. Rotate.
Oh,
Leave it.
let me do it the right way. I'm going to hit.
Picture Smart. Picture Smart failed to start. To describe a file, you must open Windows Explorer and select a file.
Well, he told me.
Zoom.jpg.
Let's do it this way.
Zoom.jpg.
So,
Picture Smart. Heading level 1, the file acquired from Windows X from the an image on the clipboard can be an image on an image.
oops.
Zoom. Picture Smart is in progress. Heading level 2 caption is a screenshot of a cell phone. Heading level 4, this text appears in the photos zoom.jpg AC all photos plus add to OSER search. Edit and create V. To share. Zoof question mark. DOWTO1 low build at 1 all. Low system resources may affect your audio quality. Closing some heading. Abstract heading level 3. Design line. Heading level 3, these tags possibly.
That didn't come out too well, but.
Design line. Heading level 3, these tags possibly describe the photo. Logo, web page, website.
Okay, so it didn't.
Photos,
it didn't quite get the. I think there was a logo in that picture.
Tasks.
That was probably a bad example. I should have had a better one handy. But I'll tell you what the command is. If you hit the JAWS key and the space bar, and then you hit the letter P.
Picture Smart.
You get options where you can either you can acquire a picture that, say, if you had a scanner connected, it'll do a file, or it'll do whatever picture is currently loaded on the screen.
Meeting controls, meeting audio button.
Let's go ahead and
stop my video button, videos security, open, new share button, pause share button, annotate, pause share alert, annotate, new share button.
So we got any questions so far?
Questions or comments?
Comments,
Open
tips, tricks?
Panel, 9
Let's see here.
Speech on demand.
Y'all are a quiet bunch.
They're thinking about what they want to ask, maybe. They're contemplating. One thing I've noticed that's really cool on Facebook is how there'll be a photo on someone's post, and VoiceOver will kind of give a really generic description of the photo. So if it's like a couple of people in the frame of the photo, it'll say 2 people outside smiling. And it's almost, as if it's kind of baked into it, where you don't have to do a gesture. Am I describing that right, Sean?
Yeah, so that kind of goes along with that whole meme thing they're doing now, where they describe the meme, like the text and the image. They will also give a brief kind of description of what, if there's people in the image, if it might say food, yeah, things like that. There is another way, going back to the iPhone. Let me see what I got here. I will see. Over on my iPhone.
Hey, while you're switching, Liz has her hand up. So while you're
All right, great.
switching, she can ask her question.
Hi. For some reason, my screen has gone black here, but I was kind of scanning my own Facebook page that I had in dark mode for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Did you cover putting on a, what do you call that? The, let me go back and look. That's not Facebook.
Liz, there's nothing wrong with your screen. I just wanted to point out, it's back to his desktop and it's just a black
Okay, cool.
background.
Can you stop my share? Does it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Wouldn't stop that.
Okay. Okay, your profile picture and your profile cover. Did you cover those?
I didn't.
I don't know if you wanted to. knew you needed something to be said. So
Yeah, so I mean, you can add a profile picture. Um, that's kind of a, I mean, from a blind user standpoint, that can be a little tricky to do. It's possible, of course. I mean, if you go and take a picture of yourself, you can add that post. But I usually let the sighted family or friends help with that kind of thing, just to get a decent picture out of it. Okay, so I am. I'll look here.
Speed photo. Photo. Saturday. Photo. Saturday. 2:33 p.m.
So, what I did is I opened up Seeing AI, which is an app. It's a free app by Microsoft, and Seeing AI does a couple of things really good. Like it'll read text to you from printed material, mail, that kind of thing. So if you don't have it, go to the App Store, do a search for Seeing, SEEING space AI. You can download it for free, and it's got some great. Once you open it, and it's got some great tutorials in it on how to use it. If you need some help, of course, shoot me an email, give me a call. But if a little hidden feature it's got in it, I'll describe kind of what I do sometimes. Sometimes when Facebook doesn't read text in an image, or maybe it just says image, it doesn't describe it or anything. Sometimes you can open a post that has a photo in it, and this is, of course, on the Facebook app on the iPhone, and then you double tap or touch the photo so it kind of enlarges it, pulls it up onto the screen. And when you do that, there's an option that says More. And you go to More, and you can actually save that photo to your phone. I know there's a lot of steps, and it seems like, wow, a lot of effort to go to, but sometimes you really want to know what's in that picture, right, Kevin?
Yes.
So after you do that, Twitter is actually, they've kind of streamlined this. There's a lot less steps if you're using Twitter, but Facebook's just not on the ball yet, I guess. After that, you go and open the Seeing AI app up, and you go to the top left corner to the menu button. You open the menu. The first option in there is Browse Photos. And so I've done that. I'm at a photo. I think this is a picture I took on Saturday. And so I'm going to click it, and we're going to have Seeing AI analyze it, and we'll see what's in it.
Back. Processing. Scene. A group of people swimming in a pool of water. Location. Fort Worth. TX.
Wow.
Text. Ozark Trend.
Wow.
That's really specific. I even read the title.
Well, I
Location.
think it actually might have read text that was possibly on a float.
Yeah.
Or maybe something that was in this. It was us. We were at the pool. I got the sunburn to prove it.
Date.
So that's not just glare
Saturday,
on you. That's actual
June 6th,
sunburn, right?
2020. Share. React. Text. Ozark Trend. Location. Scene. A group of people swimming in a pool of water. Speech off.
So yeah, that's really
Nice.
it's pretty.
So
Yeah.
perhaps somewhere in the frame of that photo is a title for the Ozark Pool or something.
Right. I mean, it
perhaps.
could be. It could, and sometimes you'll get that. I mean, you could.
Did you have Ozark water?
I don't know. Let's do another photo and just. I'm curious now because I think that's what some of these pictures are. All right, let's see what this one says. Okay.
Scene. Probably a person in a pool. Location. For date. Share. Button.
Okay.
Speech off.
So no text in that one. But I will say, like, you could take a picture of somebody that had a shirt on it that had text, a picture, maybe some words on the shirt, and it would read it. It's done that many times.
Speak. Location. Text. Scene. Probably a chair sitting in front of a pool of water.
So yeah, there's a chair.
Speech off.
A lot of cool stuff there. I mean, it'd be great if it was a lot more detail. Sometimes if you get a picture of people, like a pretty straight on picture, it'll tell you like hair color and presumed age and that kind of thing.
Sean, I just sent you a picture. It's of a shirt laid out with writing on it. I was gonna see if that'll work.
In text?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this. Going over to messages. Going up here to. There we go. Let's go save this. Didn't save. Going back to seeing AI. And here we go.
Speak back. Browse. Quick help. Photo. 12:48 p.m.
All right, here we go.
Processing.
The shirt I got for the 4th of July.
Probably a red and white shirt. Text. Star. Stangled. N. Sassy. Sweet. Vector gal. Date.
It's my 4th of July shirt.
Star.
Let's
Stang.
look at this again.
Expand. Scene. Probably a red and white shirt. Text. Star. Stangled. N. Sassy. Sweet. Vector gal.
Star
Speech
Spangled
off.
I hope that's not your shirt.
Kevin, yeah, it's my 4th of July shirt. Kevin, do you want a matching one?
It's totally wrong.
I guess you're going to irony there, right?
Yeah.
You know, one thing I would like to try is using Ira as a way of taking photos for Facebook. Because sometimes,
Yeah.
being blind, we take a photo
And it
and,
looks like
and
that.
it doesn't look what we think it does, or doesn't have the quality we think it does. And I
Yeah.
wonder if with the Ira app,
You can.
you can take a photo, okay?
Yeah, you can take a selfie, and
Because the Ira agent would help ensure that the photo is taken with a degree of quality.
open Ira.
Uh-oh, we're gonna
Let's
do
try this.
We're doing a lifetime.
Yeah, we need some filler here.
This was not pre-rehearsed.
It
so
wasn't.
This is completely on the fly. Because Sean and I, we typically rehearse this entire
Sorry,
thing
I
before we go on Zoom.
Open Ira.
Ira. Call Ira for free. From phone. Call Ira for free. Agent calling agent.
It's a great thing. You can use Ira for up to 5 minutes for free, no cost.
Sound out, speech off.
Thank you for calling Irish Home. This is Maria. What would you like to do today?
Yeah, I want to see if we can get a picture. If you can see us.
Definitely. Just you two?
Yeah, just like kind of like a selfie, something.
Perfect.
Are we both
All
in
right.
the...
Where you have the camera now, that's actually perfect. It's a little
wow.
below. Did you want it about eye line or a little bit higher? You can come up a little higher with the phone if you would like. Yep, that's actually perfect there. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it? and then I can take one more for safety. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Taking now. And got it. Did you want me to send this to your phone?
Yes, please.
All right. And what would you like the title to be?
Just, I don't know, picture something.
Okay. All right. You should be receiving that notification shortly.
All right, Maria, thank you very much.
Definitely. Is there anything else you would like to do today?
That's it.
Thank you for calling Irishon, and you have a wonderful day.
All right,
Speech
awesome.
on.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Sound output calls.
Gonna go over here. And
You'll have to send those to me.
I will. I am gonna try to save this and see how it came out. Here we go.
Because now at this point, if it's what you think it is, then you could import that to Facebook, right? And upload
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Let's open the picture here, and I'm gonna go to save. Okay, so it's saved now. We're gonna go back over to Seeing AI. Maybe it'll tell us how old we are today.
Well, I was born in 1999. We thought we established
That's
that.
right.
Established that
We
earlier.
did. She'll love all these experiments we do.
You guys are learning with us.
Photo. 12:53 p.m.
All right, here we go.
Processing. Scene. Scene. A group of people posing for the camera.
All right.
People. 2 people detected. Text. Kevin Higgins.
Wow.
Date. Thursday. June 11th. 2020 12. Vertical scroll up. Date. Text. Kevin Higgins.
Why does it say Kevin?
How does it
People.
know me?
2 people detected.
Do you have some kind of facial recognition?
46-year-old man with black hair looking neutral.
Oh,
39-year-old man with brown hair looking happy.
I'm a 39-year-old
I'm
man.
the 39.
I'm a
Expect
39-year-old.
Let's
people.
hold the picture up. Let's see which one looks happy.
46-year-old man with black hair looking neutral. 39. Text. Date. Vertical. Share.
All right, we're gonna
Button.
share it.
Speech.
We can get the unofficial description. This is gonna come in that group message with Leslie. I want to know why it said Kevin Higgins.
I want to know why too.
Oh, I know why.
Do you have some kind of facial
We did.
recognition?
A long time ago. We did the facial recognition
Yeah, we probably
on
did.
Seeing AI.
Wow.
That's a trip that it.
I still remembered after all that time. That's amazing.
Did you get it?
I did. I don't like to admit this, but I think it is calling Kevin the young one because he's smiling bigger.
See, Sean, if you smile more, you'll look younger.
I'll add this photo in the wrap up as well.
Okay. All right. So, if we got any questions or not, any comments? That was fun.
Any comments or questions, guys? Does anybody out there feel that they'd be more likely now to use Facebook after today?
Well, as always, thanks.
1 second, Sean. I just got a chat. Are you going to just Are you going to discuss specific accessibility features?
Kevin's being stolen from me at
Yeah,
present.
I'm sorry, I must exit stage right. Excuse me, Sean.
It's okay.
Gracefully, but not gracefully.
Y'all are just squeezed right in there, aren't
We are. So I guess some of the accessibility features of Facebook is some of what we've talked about with the picture descriptions, the text reading in the memes. That from the standpoint of the iPhone. Um, occasionally there's things that'll crop up. Facebook comes out with updates several times, well, many times a year. Sometimes they'll break things. I've seen sometimes on Mindy's phone there's things that don't work that work on my phone. She's got an 8 Plus and I have an 11. So I generally see things get broken a lot more on the mobile side than they do on the website. Just out of habit, I probably use the m.facebook.com a lot more than I use the regular Facebook. But they both really on the website they seem to work a lot better. I believe there is an app that you can download for Windows 10 to use on kind of like a Facebook client like on the iPhone. I haven't tested that yet. So if there's any specific questions maybe I can address, I'd be willing
So
to try.
Dina, if I remember right, Dina, you're sighted as well. One thing that we can do, being sighted, that's really cool with Facebook, when you upload a photo, after you've uploaded it, if you view your photo and under options, you can see there's a thing saying edit alt text. And if you edit your alt text, you can add a description in there that their screen readers will read to them. Facebook automatically creates a very generic alt text. Sometimes you can go in and make it more specific. Like if it's a photo outside, it'll say 2 people outside or 2 people in photo at the beach. You can go in and it's your Facebook. People are going to know you. You can put the names of the people there.
Yeah.
And then also with hashtags, a cool thing that they've taught me is when you do a hashtag, capitalize the beginning of every word because their screen readers will read that versus spelling out each letter.
Yeah, or just it reads it kind of as a jumble. So like it's just Jaws, basically tries to pronounce everything as a word. Even if you type the alphabet all out as one, like one word, it'll try to pronounce it. So yeah, putting in the capital letters at the beginning of each word in the hashtag definitely helps. Hey, recently Facebook did this thing where you can create like an avatar, and it's kind of funny. In the beginning, when they first released the feature, it wouldn't work at all. Like voiceover users and Android users, TalkBack users, never even saw this feature. Well, come to find out, Facebook had basically put in some code that detected if you were running a screen reader on a mobile device and turned that feature off. And then there was a workaround. There was a way you could get into it, but and then they turned it on for. I guess they were working on some accessibility to make it work. But you can go in and create an avatar. I did. It turned out pretty awful, but yeah. So I guess it's Rebecca, is it kind of like an anime kind of?
It's like a cartoon photo of yourself.
Okay. And I think you can take a picture of yourself and then like add animation to it, like cartoonish stuff to it. So Did we have any other comments, questions, suggestions? Gonna have to kind of, yeah, it's 1:02. So, if you do have any questions, comments, feel free to email me. You can send an email to skeen, Keen, at lighthousefw.org. Always welcome to call us, 817-332-3341. Visit our website at www.lighthousefw.org. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. You search for Lighthouse FW. All of our YouTube videos from the past 2 months and before are on there. I think we're up to like 40 plus videos now.